So the Cats are going to have to get everybody involved offensively. A lot of people are going to have to step up this evening.
Well, a guy who stepped up on Sunday against Iowa, freshman guard Jake West, merely 7 for 8 shooting, 4 for 5 from beyond the arc, a career high 18 points. And they're going to need some of that here tonight.
Oh, no doubt about it. And that dunk he had, Dave, it brought me out of my seat. We've been watching this young man all year, and I watched him earlier, how well he shot the ball. Now he's getting comfortable in distributing the ball and scoring, but showing some athleticism that we've seen out of a guy like Angelo Cherubino in the backcourt. Scary.
Well, they're going to need those guys and more here tonight against this Wolverines team that is looking for its 9th straight win. What is it with the Wildcats' opponents? They go into Champaign. Illinois was on an 11-game winning streak. They go to Iowa City. Iowa was on a 5-game winning streak. Now here come the Wolverines. They won 8 in a row, and their only loss this season came on right at the end of the game to Wisconsin, a game in which I think they led by 19 points, and the Badgers escaped the Chrysler Center with a 91-88 win. But other than that, they've been pretty close to perfect. We'll count the ways they've demonstrated that as we go along here tonight. I'll be back with the head coach, Chris Collins, next. This is Northwestern Basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Experience the best of downtown Evanston when you stay at the Hilton Orrington. The newly renovated hotel features all new guest rooms and suites. This season, score sensational offers close to Northwestern events with seasonal packages and accommodations suited for families, graduates, and sports fans, including unique corner quad accommodations featuring 4 connecting guest rooms and a private corridor. When you want to be in the center of game day action, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay. Visit hilton.com/Orrington Evanston to learn more.
From coffee to commute, listen to the Bob Surratt Morning Show, 6 till 10 on your home for Wildcat basketball.
Time now for a pregame interview with head coach Chris Collins, presented by Pace Bus. Pace Bus now offers quick and stress-free rides from Evanston to O'Hare for just $2. Google Pace Bus Pulse Dempster for more information. Here with the head coach of the Wildcats before this game of the Michigan Wolverines. You have told us repeatedly that there are no moral victories, and we get that. This Sunday would have been a time where if your team was going to hang its head, it would have been natural, kind of human nature to do that. That didn't happen. So you're in the game the entire way. What is the fact that you're in the game right till the end do for a young team?
Yeah, I was really pleased with our effort and fight, especially coming off the game in Champaign where, it couldn't have probably gone worse, in terms of how that game went on both ends, the way we shot, the way they shot, and how it got away from us. So I was just like everybody else. I felt good about our team, but with a lot of young guys and fragile guys, I was curious how they were going to bounce back, especially going back on the road against a tough opponent. And, I thought our guys showed their mettle. They played hard, they competed, they scrapped, still, left a lot of plays out there that cost us the chance to win the game and had a big time performance from Bennett Sturts. But overall, I thought the vibe, the spirit, the effort was really good. And that was something to really build on as we head into the home stretch of the season.
Jake West had some wow moments on Sunday and kind of kept you afloat there when Nick was struggling. Has he come along kind of at the rate you expected?
Yeah, I'm really proud of Jake. I think you and we've talked about it in other games. I'm not sure the Big Ten has had a better collection of point guards than it does this year. And not only point guards, but experienced guys. I mean, he's going down the gauntlet every night and playing great player after great player, seasoned veterans. And that's a lot for a young guard as you're navigating this league. And I think you see in Jake, he's a competitive guy. He's scrappy, he's tough. And he's gaining confidence, even though he's had his struggles at times. For him, he's been more aggressive. He's looking for a shot a little bit more. And, this has been a really good stretch, even though, we're playing a lot of young guys and kind of taking our lumps. I think this has been a really good stretch for his development as we move forward.
All right. As you look at this Michigan team, what concerns you more? Trying to keep them below their 90 plus they put up every game, or trying to get the ball over those rim protectors?
I tell you what, I've been watching a lot of film trying to find some holes, and I don't see many. Terrific team. Dusty's done an amazing job constructing this roster. Their depth, their size, their physicality. They have good guard play. They're the number one defense in the country. So, I mean, they have it all. They have all the components. There's a reason why they're 22-1 or whatever they are. And you have to play at a really high level. You have to match some physicality. You're going to have to be able to rebound, and then you're going to be able to generate good shots. I mean, this is as stout a defense probably as we've seen, especially with their length and size at the rim. And so we're going to have to play really well on both ends of the floor to give ourselves a chance to stay in this one.
What about turnovers? You had 10 on Sunday?
Yeah, a little bit more than and the first half was 8. And that, second half, I thought we did a better job of kind of settling in. But yeah, we talked about that at halftime. We're just not constructed to be a high turnover team. So if we have 8 to 10 turnovers in a half, that's not going to be a good recipe for us. And we have to really try to value possessions, take care of the ball, and see if we can generate some good shots.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
All right. Thank you.
That's Chris Collins. This is Northwestern Basketball, presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
What a finish. A perfect game ender.
Even more, 10 Mile House at tmhevanston.com is the sweet spot for pre, during, and post-game revelry.
Steps from Welsh Ryan, they got it going on 7 days a week.
And Sunday brunch, you just can't beat it.
10 Mile House is stacked with awesome comfort food, tasty craft cocktails, and seasonal wine and beer.
I'm going with the house smoked barbecue.
It's a crisp brick oven pizza for me.
10 Mile is the reigning neighborhood spot. Go to tmhevanston.com to make a reservation today. That's tmhevanston.com. Go Wildcats.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Plus free premium delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations, grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion, from romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles, offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store, kohls.com for details.
Wake up with Bob Surratt in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10. On your home for Wildcat basketball.
Getting set for Northwestern and number 2 Michigan here at Welsh Ryan Arena tonight. Some other games underway in the Big Ten. In fact, one of them now concluded out in College Park, Maryland. The Maryland Terrapins making back-to-back wins. Maryland, after knocking off Minnesota over the weekend, defeats Iowa 77-70 to end the Hawkeyes' 6-game winning streak. Final minutes in Columbus, Ohio State leading USC 80-71. Later on tonight, it will be Penn State playing at Washington. Wildcat fans, Game Day Spirit has you covered in-store, online, for the best Northwestern game day essentials. Shop top brands like Under Armour, Champion, and Tommy Bahama, all at the official fan store of the Northwestern Wildcats. Shop in-store at 1807 Central in Evanston or online 24/7 at shop.nusports.com. Game Day Spirit, where Wildcat fans shop. This has been the Northwestern Basketball pregame show presented by Wintrust. Back with the starting lineups and the opening tip coming up next. This is Northwestern Basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Score more with the college-branded Venmo debit card. Rep your team with every tap and earn up to 5% cash back through Venmo Stash, a new rewards program where the more you do, the more you get. Get your Venmo debit card today and start earning rewards with Venmo Stash. No monthly fee, no minimum balance. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A. Select schools available. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply at venmo.me/stash terms. Max $100 cash back per month.
This is Wildcat Basketball, presented by Wintrust, proudly leading the way towards better health care. It's countdown to tip-off. Here's the voice of the Wildcats, Dave Ennett.
The Wildcats, the Michigan Wolverines here tonight, their 181st meeting, their only scheduled meeting of the season. Michigan won the only meeting last year, 80-76 in overtime in Ann Arbor. Wildcats won the last meeting here in Evanston 2 years ago, 76-62, ending a 7-game Wolverines winning streak in the series. Overall, Michigan has won 8 of 9 for the Cats, 11 of the last 14, but the Wildcats have won 4 of their last 7 home games from Michigan. Dave Ennett, Billy McKinney here at Welsh Ryan Arena. This place is sold out. Fair amount of Michigan fans wanting to see their highly ranked Wolverines made the trip to Evanston here tonight. And we'll get things going in just a few minutes after the national anthem and a few other pregame pieces of business still to be attended to. Wildcats broken out their gray uniforms for this game tonight against the maize and blue. And we will bring you the lineups right after the playing of our national anthem.
Remove your caps, and we invite all veterans to render the hand salute as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem. Presenting tonight's colors is the Air Force ROTC Detachment 195 Color Guard. And performing the Star Spangled Banner tonight is the Glencoe Quartet Orchestra.
All right, time for the starting lineups, powered by Constellation. To learn more, visit constellation.com/energy. Constellation, the preferred energy provider for Northwestern University athletics. For the visiting Michigan Wolverines and head coach Dusty May. At forward, Morez Johnson Jr., a 6'9 junior from Thornton Township, a transfer from the University of Illinois, where he played 30 games last season. Johnson, the second leading scorer and rebounder for the Wolverines, averaging just under 14 points, over 7 rebounds a game, and shooting 67% to lead the Big Ten and rank 6th nationally. At forward, their leading scorer and rebounder, Yaxel Lendeborg, a 6'9 graduate from New Jersey, a transfer from UAB. Lendeborg averaging over 14 points, 7.5 rebounds a game, and over 1 block shot per ball game. At forward, Adai Mara, a 7'3 junior from Spain, their number 3 scorer and rebounder. Mara averaging over 11 points, just under 7 rebounds a ball game, and averaging just under 3 block shots per game to lead the Big Ten and rank 3rd in the nation. At guard, Elliot Cadeau, a 6'1 junior from West Orange, New Jersey, a transfer from North Carolina, averaging just under 10 points and 4th in the Big Ten in assists per game at just under 5.5. And a guard, Damari Burnett, a 6'5 graduate from Morgan Park High School in Chicago, averaging 9.2 points a game. Dusty May, his second year in Ann Arbor, 49-11 there, 26-7 in Big Ten play. In his career, 175 wins. He is 1-1 in his career against the Wildcats, with the lone loss coming in the NCAA tournament when he was coaching at Florida Atlantic in 2024. For the Wildcats and head coach Chris Collins, it'll be the same starting lineup for the 3rd straight game. At forward, Tyler Kropp, a 6'9 freshman from Powell, Ohio, making his 7th straight start. Tyler averaging over 3 points, 2 rebounds a game. He had 6 and 4 on Sunday against Iowa. At forward, the Big Ten's leading scorer, Nick Martinelli, a 6'7 senior from Glenbrook South, also leading the Wildcats in rebounding. Nick 6th in the nation in scoring at 22.7, averaging just about 6.5 rebounds a game, shooting a team-leading 52% from the floor. At forward, Trey Singleton, a 6'8 freshman from Jeffersonville, Indiana, averaging 8 points, 5 rebounds a game. He had 10 points and 4 boards before fouling out Sunday against the Hawkeyes. At guard, Jake West, a 6'3 freshman from Philadelphia, the Wildcats' 6th leading scorer in Big Ten play. Jake averaging 4 points, 2.6 assists a game, starting tonight for his 9th straight game after scoring a career-best 18 on Sunday against the Hawkeyes. And a guard, Jaden Reed, a 5'10 junior from Westbury, New York, a transfer from South Florida. Jaden averaging 10 points, 5.1 assists a game. Chris Collins, 204 and 204 in his 13th year in Evanston, 89 Big Ten wins. He is 4-13 against the Michigan Wolverines. Our officials tonight are Brian Dorsey, Vern Harris, and Earl Walton. Wildcats looking for that 3rd Big Ten win. The challenge tonight against this Michigan team, see if we can get a lead on them early, because they've, among their 22 wins, they've gone wire to wire to win 6 times. And they're tough to catch from behind, although Wisconsin was able to do it in the game in Ann Arbor.
Yeah, Dave, and this is a team that also beat 3 ranked teams by 30 points or more, too.
Yeah.
So they can be very explosive, averaging 91 points per ball game. Of course, controlling the pace is going to be crucial for the Cats and for their ability to make shots. And the Cats shot the ball well in Iowa City, so they're going to have to shoot lights out tonight.
Billy, they've scored. They've won by at least 39 times. They've won by at least 47 times. And Michigan controls the tip as Mara drops it into the front court. And Cano will take it right to left as we see it. Met by Jaden Reed, bouncing ahead to Johnson. Handoff, Lendeborg circling right, picks up his dribble, feeds it out on the right to Burnett. Gets it to Mara, the high post. Off to Cadeau. Cadeau pressured by Reed. Back to Burnett. Shot clock at 8. Burnett Lobs it out to Cadeau. He'll try a three, and it's good. Elliot Cadeau, 40% three-point shooter, knocks down the first shot of the game. It's 3-0 Michigan.
Well, good rotation on the defense there. Cadeau hits a deep three as the shot clock is winding down.
There's Reed picked up by Johnson on the switch out near the center circle. Now off to Kropp. Holds it high on the right side. Gives it off to West. Sets a screen for Jake. Bounces inside on the pick and roll. Short jumper in and out for Kropp. Right on line, but came off the back rim.
Yeah, nice shot by Kropp and the fadeaway jump shot.
Michigan to the other end. Almost lost it. It's saved by Johnson. Back to Cadeau. Now he feeds it into the corner. Burnett, a three is too strong. Rebound, Johnson. Or rather, Lendeborg, and gives it off to Johnson. Now here comes Cadeau. Lobs one up for Morrow for a dunk.
That is tough.
5-0 Michigan.
Yeah, that's tough to defend with Morrow being 7'3".
Yeah, not too many guys going to be able to stop that. Here's Singleton lobbing weak side to Martinelli, off to Reed in the corner. Burnett closes out on him. Now they switch, and Reed lobs to Martinelli, right baseline. He'll put up a jumper. Good, and a foul. So Nick Martinelli, who on Sunday was 6 of 19 shooting, and it struggled also before that against Illinois, knocks down the baseline jumper, and it's 5-2 for the first foul of the game called on Burnett. And Nick will go to the free throw line.
Martinelli working on with the advantage in size that time, and they're accustomed to him posting up. That time he just turns and faces. He keeps the game simple, knocks down the jumper, and gets fouled.
82% from the line in Big Ten play. He makes the and one. It's 5-3. Nick Martinelli starting the night 24 points away from cracking Northwestern's career top 10 in scoring. Kevin Rankin next on that list. They lob it inside. Mara missed the layup. Rebound Martinelli. Nice box out on Johnson. Here's West down the left side. Fires it ahead to Kropp. He kicks it out. Reed, three, good. And the Wildcats have a lead, 6-5 at the other end. Michigan gets it inside. Another missed layup, that time by Johnson. Martinelli the rebound. And gets tripped up by Burnett. That's 2 on Burnett.
And a smart play by Martinelli as he pushes the ball down the court, being pursued by Burnett. Slows down and makes Burnett pick up his second foul. But one thing about this Michigan team, they are deep.
Yep, they'll go 9 deep. And Jake West will have to inbound with Mara guarding. Gets it into Reed, wide on the left, drives into the paint, jump stop right of the key, jumper good. Cats lead it 8-5. They scored 8 straight.
Coming out with some energy here.
And at the other end, they lob it inside to Johnson. Nice feed from Cadeau. And Johnson with his first 2 points. That ends that 8-0 run. Yeah, it's 8-7 Northwestern.
Cadeau with just excellent court vision and knows how to get the ball up in the air to his tall teammates.
Here's Tyler Drop wide left. Martinelli sets a screen for him. Nick into the paint. Shovels to Singleton. A travel call. Turnover for the Wildcats.
Unfortunate call there is Martinelli with a shovel pass to Singleton as he was double teamed, and Singleton wide open on the right side of the basket.
He would have had an easy layup. Michigan the ball, looking to retake the lead. High lob, Mara. A little give and go back to Johnson, but a foul call, the first foul on the Wildcats.
Jaden Reed caught out on the pick and slip play there and just grabs Morez Johnson Jr. as he slides to the basket to prevent the easy layup.
First foul on the Cats. Cadeau will trigger baseline right. Feeds it in to Roddy Gale. Into the game, they double him. Back out Cadeau, a 3 right corner short. Rebound which way? Out of bounds. And I think the Cats may challenge this. Chris Collins hustled down to the baseline. The ball was knocked out of bounds. And they take a quick look. And it doesn't look like they're going to challenge.
They called it out on Reed, yet it looked like Cadeau was the one tiptoeing the baseline.
Cats aren't challenging, so High lob goes into Lundeborg against Singleton, spitting. And a foul on Trey, and that will be his first. He is fouled out of each of the last 2 ball games. Lundeborg, 6'9", 240. Played at UAB the last 2 years, averaged about 16 and 11 in 72 games. He's got 50 career double-doubles, Billy.
And he's a versatile performer out on the floor and the ability to score inside, which makes it difficult for him to defend.
Johnson
Defend him extra.
gets the pass from Mara. Takes a look down. Now he feeds it to Cadeau. Little stutter step. Now to Gale. Lobs mid-post right. Mara against Kropp. Leans into him with the right shoulder. No look feed. Cadeau for 3. Good. His second triple. And Michigan's back in front 10-8. Cadeau's hit a pair of 3s. There's West working the ball up against Gale. Lobs it to Reed. Up 3 on the way. Good. Caden Reed hits his second triple. Cats lead 11-10. At the other end, Lundeborg out to Gale left wing. Drives in on West. Ball knocked away by Kropp out of bounds. And which way? I think it's going to stay with Michigan, and we get our first timeout. Time for our Athletico physical therapy injury update. In pain, start with Athletico. Visit athletico.com to request your in-clinic or virtual free assessment. No new injuries to report for the Wildcats. World-renowned theater. Touring Broadway shows, small avant-garde stages. Minnesota has some of the best live theater in the country. Get information on live performances and places to stay. It's showtime in Minnesota. Learn more at exploreminnesota.com. Northwestern leads Michigan 11-10, 15:55 to go first half. It's Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
PowerPlate, the official fitness technology partner of the Northwestern Wildcats, is a staple of Northwestern athletic training, but it's not just for elite athletes. It's also scientifically proven to burn fat, increase strength and flexibility, and help build strong bones. And in a recent independent university study, PowerPlate was even shown to enhance blood flow to improve cognitive function in users to help keep their mind sharp and help prevent cognitive impairment. Sound too good to be true? It's not. See for yourself at powerplate.com. Live like the Cats with PowerPlate.
Sometimes the thought of being in your warm and cozy home is what gets you through the day. But what happens when you get home and there is no heat? Who do you call for fast, reliable service? 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, you can consider it done when you trust the experts at ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
Join me, John Williams, middays 10 to 2 on WGN Radio. Let's get you back to the Wildcats.
Cats fans, Northwestern trusts IAS Branding with the Wildcats brand. Let IAS Branding, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, be the solution for your branded merchandise and promotional products. Visit IASbranding.com to learn more. They've added Billy McKinney from Welsh Ryan Arena. Northwestern leads Michigan at 11-10. The Wildcats have hit 4 of their first 5 shots, including a pair of 3s from Jaden Reed. Michigan, 4 of 9 shooting so far, led by Cadeau with 6 points. The Wolverines, 27-10 a year ago, ended up going to the Sweet 16 before losing to Auburn in the NCAA tournament. And this year they've got higher hopes, which appear to be pretty well-founded.
Yeah, and one of the deepest and most balanced teams that we've seen. And when you look at Yaxel Lindenberg, a terrific player that they were able to pick up, this front line, just big and active and versatile. And the Cats hanging in there the first several minutes of this ball game.
LJ Kaysen, 6'2 sophomore from Lakeland, Florida, checks in. It's Michigan ball. Angelo Cheravino in for the Wildcats. Inbounds pass goes to Lundeborg. Gets it back from Johnson. Launches a 3. It's no good. Rebound, Tyler Kropp. And he gets grabbed by Ronnie Gale. And it will be Northwestern ball. There's no foul on the play. It's Wildcat ball. Cats are battling on the boards. No easy task here against this Michigan team. Here's Jake West against Kaysen, lobbing over the top. Nice catch, Martinelli, and he goes up and gets fouled.
And a smart play by Martinelli as he catches the ball in the crowd, and Roddy Gale has his arms up. Again, Martinelli is so crafty at initiating the contact and drawing the fouls.
Roddy Gale, former Ohio State Buckeye, where he played a couple of years. That must be a weird transition.
To the school up north? Yeah.
Martinelli free throw good. Here comes Arrington Page in for Tyler Kropp for the Wildcats.
Well, in this age of NIL, the loyalty factor and the rivalries factor,
go out the window.
They go out the window.
No doubt. Another free throw attempt here for Nick Martinelli to put the Cats up by 3. He does. 13-10 Northwestern. 15:35 to go first half. There is Cadeau working the ball up against Jaden Reed, driving, accelerating. His shot off the glass, no good. Might have been blocked by Page. Here's Reed to Shervino at the end of the break. Layup good. Cats by 5. 15-10. Cadeau the other way to Lendeborg on the right baseline. And Page holding his ground against him. Picks up his dribble, feeds Cadeau. Cadeau wide on the right, bounces inside. Lendeborg, layup good and one.
Before we could even comment on what a great play by Arrington Page with the block. And then the Cats getting out in transition. Shervino with the finish. But against this Michigan team, what is imperative tonight? Defensive balance. When you score, you've got to get back because they're going to come back and they're going to attack. Made or missed baskets.
For the Wildcats, Jordan Clayton into the ball game, replacing West as Lendeborg makes the and one. His first 3 points. It's 2-point Northwestern lead, 15-13. Trey McKinney, not McKinney, McKinney in for Michigan. Here's Reed, works off a Page screen out high. He'll take an elbow jumper. Got it. Jaden Reed's feeling it tonight. Cats are up 4, 17-13. He's into double figures with 10 here in the first 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Here's Kaysen driving to the baseline. Wants to get a shot up. Put it up. It goes in. There was a foul called. They count the basket.
Jaden Reed with the foul.
That's 2 on Reed as Kaysen got the shooter's touch on the jumper.
And Reed did a nice job of just keeping his hands high on defense, but then he swipes at the ball in the shooting motion and picks up the foul.
Kaysen 66% from the line. It rims out. Rebound out of bounds to the Wildcats.
Justice. Cats making this game exciting, and this is what you've got to do against close teams. You can't let them run you off the court early.
Get a timeout taken here. I think the Wolverines call a timeout. I think this will be a 30-second timeout. Attention all Northwestern students and Wildcat fans. Pace Bus now offers quick and stress-free rides from Evanston to O'Hare Airport for just $2. Google Pace Bus Pulse Dempster for more information. 10 seconds for station identification. This is Northwestern Wildcat basketball.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500 on air and on smart devices worldwide.
Mentioned Trey McKinney getting in the game for Michigan. He is. The ball will go. They did review this, and it will go to the Wolverines. That close shave instant replay brought to you by Barbasol shaving cream. Why pay more for gels? But Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave. Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and trusted value. So it's Michigan ball. But McKinney, the reigning Mr. Basketball in the state of Michigan, out of Flint. They've had a bunch of those.
Absolutely, they certainly have.
Inbounds pass baseline left. They feed it inside. It's deflected out of bounds. It's Northwestern ball.
Cats playing some tough defense here early, which is absolutely necessary.
Ooh, I think that's job one, right, against this team. West back in for the Wildcats. And his pass stolen by Kaysen, goes up and scores. He cut in front of Clayton. West was trying to get it to Jordan, and Kaysen jumped the route. Now here's West feeding it ahead to Cherubino, and he steps out of bounds. It's going to go the other way. It's going to be Michigan ball. Back-to-back turnovers.
Yeah, Michigan has employed a full court trap, 2 consecutive turnovers, trying to speed up this ball game.
Yep, back-to-back steals by Kaysen. And Michigan, chance to retake the lead here. To the corner, McKinney, a 3, no good. Rebound grab by Lindeborg. Out to Kaysen, no look shovel to his right to Gale on the right side. Runs the baseline, bounces inside, shot deflected out. It's Northwestern ball. As McKinney's shot was deflected out.
Michigan with 5 offensive rebounds. That's an area we talked about how good a rebounding team they are on both ends of the floor.
Clayton steps through a double team. Cats on the run. Cherubino's shot is rejected by Mara, but it trickles back to Singleton.
Yeah, no finger rolls against Mara.
Oh, I don't think so. Here's Singleton, bobbles the ball, loses it to Mara. Now Cherubino trying to steal it back and does. Up to Singleton, feeds it baseline. There's Cherubino. His shot blocked by Mara again, out of bounds to Michigan. Wow.
Yeah, that's why this team is so good defensively. Mara, he doesn't fall for the pump fake. He doesn't have to at 7'3". And if you're going to go to the basket, bring the Jim Beam, not the Kool-Aid.
2 blocks on that trip down the floor by Mara, giving him 138 in his college career. Michigan the ball, 17 all, 13:20 to go here the first half. Here's Kaysen to Mara, underhand scoop back to Kaysen. Kaysen, little hesitation, lobbing for Mara, deflected by Page to Cherubino, ahead to West, driving to the basket. His shot blocked by Lindeborg. Here's Michigan the other way. Kaysen has it stolen by Page. And
Page steps out of bounds.
He stepped out on the baseline.
But what a terrific play by Page. But Lindeborg, just pins it against the glass. Brought some oohs and ahs. And that's why this Michigan front line is so tough on both ends of the floor.
Here's Cadeau back in. And also for Michigan, Will Cheddar, veteran on this team, grad student. Started 1 game this year, and I think, let's see, they're going to go to the monitor on this.
And I got to tell you, David, anytime a team blocks a shot, it has a detrimental mental impact against the opposition.
Here in the last few minutes, the Wildcats have 3 turnovers in the last minute 48, and they've also had a couple of shots blocked. Inbounds pass goes to Shetter, left baseline play by Clayton. Out to McKinney, 3 ball, no good. Oh, and Clayton got knocked off the rebound and went back to Michigan. Kaysen's got it, feeds it inside Mara, shovels to the corner. Shetter catch and shoot 3, no good. Martinelli the rebound.
Cats have to come down here and get a good shot. Yeah. Michigan has sped the game up a little bit with their trapping and their defense.
Last handoff to Clayton, 17 all. Pace is okay for the Cats. Here's Page trying to 3. It's good. Arrington Page. 3-pointer puts the Cats back in front, 20-17.
Well, if he can make those shots and pull Mara out of the
paint. A 3. No good. Rebound Page for the Cats. Here's West the other way for the Wildcats. Off a Page screen, pulls up from 17, drains it. And the Cats have 5 straight, go up by 5, 22-17.
Great shot by West there, elbow jumper. Defense falling back. You got to take that shot.
There's Cadeau. Looked like he got away with a walk. Now left corner. There's Kaysen. Jab step, drives in on Martinelli into a crowd in the lane. Shovels outside. 3-ball Cheddar. rims out, and it's Northwestern ball, a foul on Michigan.
Yeah, great block out by Jordan Clayton.
Tonight's game sponsor is the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home.
Bring it home, Dave.
On the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android. The new features this season, it's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment with the Varsity Network app now. Northwestern leads Michigan 22-17, 11:38 to go first half. This Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield of 720 WGN.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for the players every game at Welsh Ryan Arena. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup or for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, the official hardwood floor care provider of Northwestern basketball.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
I'm John Landecker, and I got your evenings covered weeknight starting at 7. Back to the Cats.
Wildcats fans, score a basket for your taste buds on game days with Odyssey Brands Greek yogurt and feta cheese made by 4 generations of master cheesemakers and available at your local grocer. Well, the Wildcats have hit 8 of 12 shots, 67%. They've been out-rebounded, but it's close, 10-8. Trouble is they only have 1 offensive rebound, but then again, they've only missed 4 shots so far tonight. The Wolverines shooting just 33%. They've missed their last 7 shots and gone almost 3 minutes without scoring. The Wildcats have scored the last 5 points to go up by 5, 22-17.
Dave, other than those 2 consecutive turnovers as a result of the Michigan press, the Cats have been unfazed by this tough Michigan defense and the team overall. And one of the things that we said prior to the ball game, the Cats had to shoot the ball really well this evening if they hope to win. And right now, you mentioned it, 67%. They've just got to keep that up and keep playing with this energy and focus and purpose and this confidence that they're playing here in the first 9 minutes of the ball game.
Mara, Cheddar, Burnett back in, McKenney and Cadeau for Michigan, Page, Singleton, Clayton, West, and Martinelli for the Wildcats. This time, they're not going to press, and West will bring the ball across the midcourt line with 11:32 to go first half. It's a screen from Page, goes to Page, straight on 3. That one's no good. Singleton soars for the rebound, relocates, lays it in from the right side. Cadeau's slow getting up. He was shaken up. Cats are up 24-17, a 7-0 run.
Seeing that life that on the boards from Singleton that we saw previously when he had the 17 rebounds.
Pick and roll. Here's Mara, bobbles the ball. It's up for grabs. He gets it back. Doubled in the corner of the right baseline. And he takes a dribble, double dribble. He forgot he had already dribbled the ball. And Michigan turns it over.
And credit Nick Martinelli for staying high in his face and keeping the pressure on, forcing him into that error. Forcing him out of his comfort zone in the paint as well.
Here's West into the front court, met by Cadeau. Gives it off to Clayton, high on the left side. Now Page back to West, left wing. Played there by Lindeborg. Bouncing Martinelli at the top, fakes the 3. Drives right of the paint, out to Page. Shot clock at 10, back to Nick. Circles to the top, behind the back dribble, 5 to shoot, scoops it up, missed it. Singleton, the follow, no good, but he got fouled.
The effort by Martinelli to get the shot up. And Trey Singleton, with the knowledge that it was going to be an off-balance shot and not being blocked out, terrific effort by Singleton on the glass.
Perez Johnson, the foul, his first. That's the 15th foul. Singleton, 2 shots. Trey from the line, 73%. First one's good on Sunday against Iowa. Trey was 4 for 5 from the free throw line. He extends this lead now, an 8-0 run for the Cats. Second shot coming for Singleton, making a 9-0 run, make it 26-17. The Wildcats leading here as we approach the midway point first half. Here's Morez Johnson, wide left, back up top, Lendeborg. Page takes him on the switch. Now Cheddar around to Cadeau. Cadeau down the lane, close in shot, missed it. Rebound scooped up off the floor by West. Hustling down the floor, out to Clayton, to Martinelli, and out to an open Singleton for 3. It's good. 29-17. The Cats on a 12-0 run to go up by 12.
Cats doing with terrific defense and keeping close on the glass.
And now Lendeborg, pinned on the right sideline, takes a step back 3. That won't go. And the rebound, Singleton.
Boy, the Cats are like maniacs on the glass here, especially Trey Singleton, all over the floor this evening.
Cats with a 12-point lead. 9:35 to go first half. Here is West. Looks for Clayton. Back up top to Page. Page driving left lane line. And out to Martinelli for 3. It's no good. Rebound out of bounds. It will be Michigan ball. Last touch by the Cats. What a run, though. And Michigan has missed 9 consecutive shots. Gone over 5 minutes without scoring here.
And one of the keys here, they're going to have to try to find a way to keep Cadeau out of the paint. He's missed a couple of shots point blank.
Now here is Cadeau lobbing one up for Lendeborg and a dunk. And that ends that 12-0 run. Lendeborg just his second field goal. And it's a 10-point Northwestern lead, 29-19. There's West at the logo against Cadeau. West feeds it to Page in the high post against Johnson. Lobs it back out. Here's West spinning to Martinelli, around to Page at the top. Page trying to work his way around Perez Johnson. Spins to his left and lays it in. He faked right, spun back left. 31-19, the lead back up to 12. And Arrington Page has his second field goal of the game.
And with Mara out of the paint, the Cats are attacking the glass more and being productive.
There's Cadeau driving to the right baseline, picked up there by Martinelli. In a crowd, out to Burnett for 3, good.
Cadeau with the dribble drive penetration draws the Wildcats defense in, and Burnett strikes from the left corner across from the Cats bench.
31-22, the lead cut to 9 for the Wildcats as we reach the 8-minute mark first half. There's West, gets a screen from Martinelli, feeds Nick, leans in, fires a floater, good with his left hand, and it's 33-22. And at the other end, ball out of bounds, I think, to Michigan. Did they call a foul? Now it's going to be immediate timeout here. And how about this cheer for the Cats, who are playing very well here in the first half. 7:51 to go. And they have an 11-point lead on the Michigan Wolverines, 33-22. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, Mom. It's me. Oh, my gosh. You'll never believe what I just opened for Valentine's Day. A sapphire ring from Hellsberg. Just like the one I lost years ago. Remember how excited I was when you gave it to me? I cannot believe you remembered that story. I guess you were right. I really found the one.
This Valentine's Day, create a moment that means something with up to 40% off gifts at Hellsberg. Shop in store or at Hellsberg.com.
Chicago wakes up with me, Bob Surratt, and the morning crew, 6 to 10 on your home for Wildcat basketball.
7:51 remaining here in the first half. Ozinga's purpose is to make a positive impact in the community, which is why they are the proud sponsor of the Together Building Better promotion. For every point Northwestern men's and women's basketball team scores this season, Ozinga will donate $1 to the NU Dance Marathon. Thank you, Ozinga, for your support for this great cause. Go Cats. Quick check of other scores here at Wells Ryan Arena. Mark Carmen.
All right, Dave, after Maryland came back and got Minnesota on the road, they win at home tonight, beating Iowa 77-70. Ohio State a winner over USC in Columbus 89-82. And coming up a little bit later, Penn State on the road at Washington.
How about this note? A moment ago, it was a 12-point lead for the Wildcats. The lead currently 11. That is the largest deficit, 12 points, that the Wolverines have faced all season.
Stay out of my mind, Dave. I was going to bring that point up. I was going to do my best Dave Innit imitation, but you did it for me. And sorry, they've come back and won those ball games, but a great sign here for the Cats again, giving them some confidence playing against this team, letting them know that they can play against anyone. Now the matter is holding on to this lead and continuing to play with this confidence the remainder of the first half and then going into the second half.
The Living Mop crew is part of our winning team. No matter what kind of floor you have at your home court, the Living has the best tools to keep it clean. The mops, brooms, and brushes are family made in the USA. Visit living.com to see our product lineup and for a store located. All right, it will be Michigan ball. Roddy Gale will throw it in right sideline, right in front of assistant coach Brian James. 33-22 Northwestern. Gale heaves it into the backcourt. He wanted to go inside, couldn't get it there, so it goes to Cadeau. 75 feet for the basket. He heaves past the Gale for a three. It's no good. Johnson the rebound for Michigan. And whereas Johnson stripped to the ball, but a foul called on Tyler Kropp.
Well, where does he go? I mean, Morez Johnson Jr. that time just plows over Tyler Kropp.
First on Tyler, 15 foul. Team fouls even at 5. Cadeau will inbound, baseline left. Gets it into Burnett, left corner. Cherubino quickly to check him. Here's Johnson, dribbles to the top. Hands it off, Cadeau lobbing inside. There's Johnson for a layup. Singleton went up right at altitude, but just couldn't quite get there in time.
Yeah, great
and
timing.
It's 33-24.
Great timing between Morez Johnson Jr. and Cadeau.
Here's Martinelli driving against Gale. Backs his way right of the lane. Now leans it. Put up the shot off the glass. Wouldn't go. Rebound Johnson. Quickly up the floor. Here's Burnett. Cut off by Martinelli. Now to Johnson. 3 ball. No good. Rebound Martinelli. Nick's got a half dozen or a handful of rebounds already today. Oh, he almost walked. Now he looks around. Feeds a bounce to Kropp beyond the 3-point line. Tyler Kropp moving right. Scoops it to West. West will put up a 3. No good. Rebound fought for by Cherubino, out of bounds to the Wildcats. And you can credit Angelo Cherubino for keeping that ball alive.
If that is a photograph, Cherubino was well above the rest of the crowd and jumping and keeping the ball alive, but it goes off the Michigan Wolverines, and the Cats have a fresh shot clock, 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Burnett out, McKinney in for Michigan. West inbounds Cherubino. Gale out to guard him. Cherubino circling left. Finds Martinelli. He'll try a 3. It's off the rim rather. It was on line. And Lendeborg the other way to McKinney for a 3. No good. And then a foul on the rebound called on Johnson.
Yeah, Nick Martinelli hustles back and gets great defensive rebounding position, whereas Johnson Jr. goes over his back. And, of course, Martinelli, 2 good shots his last possession, but, again, in and out. We saw that in Iowa a little bit, but that's not going to prevent Nick Martinelli from taking shots.
That's 2 on Johnson. He goes out. Mara comes in for the Wildcats. Reed back in for West. 33-24 Northwestern. 6:10 to go first half. There's Reed to Martinelli. One dribble, handoff. Cherubino now quickly to Reed against Gale. Couple of veterans here. There's Reed, leaves it. Krupp straight on three. No good. And the rebound taken by Gale. Sends it down the right side. McKinney. Cats hustle back in transition defense. And Michigan will reset. Here's Lindenborg to McKinney. Cherubino on him, high left. One dribble, back to Cadeau. Gets a screen from Mara. And feeds a no-look pass to Lindenborg that lands on the Northwestern bench. It's Northwestern ball. Turnover number 5 for the Wolverines.
Yeah, you don't see this team make a lot of mistakes, and that no-look pass by Cadeau has worked on several times as the Cats' defense has been focused on keeping the middle tight. But that one, a little miscommunication from the Cats, within a chance to increase their lead.
There's Reed to Cherubino, left wing. Cherubino trying to hold off McKinney. Cherubino now driving right, hands it to Reed. McKinney takes him as they switch. And Reed, step back jumper straight on. Good. Long deuce. Jaden Reed, 35-24. Reed's got 12, and now Michigan turns it over on the inbounds play.
Yeah, Jaden Reed with a great step back jump shot. Gets McKinney going into the paint. Tears his heel cups out, steps back for the open deuce, and then Michigan, an unforced error.
35-24 Northwestern. Cats get the ball in the front court. Left sideline, Cherubino inbounds to Krupp. Hands to Reed. That's a screen for him. As Payson fights through it, here's Reed back to the left. Up top, Martinelli fakes the three. Working against Payson. Driving inside, floater off the rim, no good. And the rebound taken by McKinney the other way for Michigan. 4:50 to go. Here's Cadeau driving, lays it up, missed the layup. Rebound, put back up and in by Lindenborg.
And that's why the Cats have to get back. Yeah, why they have to get back. And you can see where Mara coming back in the lane has an impact anytime you shoot around the paint. And then Michigan gets out, and Cadeau into the paint, couldn't finish the shot. But Lindenborg there for the offensive rebound and the putback.
Second foul on Krupp. 16th foul. Lindenborg to the free throw line, and Arrington Page to the lineup, replacing Krupp. Free throw is good. The and one. And it is 35-27, Michigan within 8.
And Michigan back to the full court press. And 9 offensive rebounds for the Wolverines here in the first half out of their 17.
And now the Cats inbound it to Reed. Payson fell down. Reed passes out of a double team to Martinelli. Back to Reed. Jump pass inside Martinelli. Turnaround floater good. 37-27. Nick Martinelli looking like his old self tonight.
And credit Jaden Reed with breaking the press and then moving to the open area.
Now here in the left corner, Lindenborg feeds it out on top of McKinney. Stop and go dribble. Gets to the baseline. Can't get a shot up. Out to Kaysen. Now up to Cadeau. 10 to shoot. Holds and looks. Moves right. Gets a Mara screen. Rejects it. Drops it to Johnson. It's volleyballed around underneath. Mara saves it. Shot clock's going to expire. He missed the shot. And the rebound Page for the Wildcats. He did get the shot off just in time. I didn't think he knew the shot clock was running down. 10-point Northwestern lead. 3:45 to go into the half. Here's Page open for three. Rims out. And the rebound, Cadeau. Hit one for that same spot earlier. Now here's McKinney all the way through traffic. Lays it in. And it's 37-29.
Yeah, Mara just sets the screening off Page, preventing him from coming over for the defensive help.
3:20 for the half. West to Cherubino, hooks a pass to Page in the high post. Now he angles a pass intended for West in the left corner, deflected out by Cadeau, and we get a timeout. Progressive Insurance, insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs for protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and progressive.com. 37-29, Northwestern leading Michigan. 3:14 to go first half. It's Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnicks.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us.
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Spend your afternoons with Lisa Dent, weekdays at 2 on Chicago's news station, WGN Radio.
Keep up to date on the Wildcats by downloading the Northwestern app. Receive game day updates, news for all your favorite Northwestern teams. Access your mobile ticketing account and order in venue for the comfort of your seat. Search for the Northwestern Wildcats on the App Store and Google Play Store today. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. We'll talk to assistant coach Brian James coming up at the end of the half. The Wildcats leading Michigan 37-29. Their largest lead has been 12. Michigan's largest deficit of the season. Cats shooting 52% against the team which is second in the nation in field goal percentage defense and the number one defensive team according to KenPom. And the Cats, maybe the better news, Billy, is you're looking at Michigan, a team which averages 91 points a game with 29 here at the under 4 timeout.
The importance of keeping the pace where it seems like a fast-paced game. The Cats have been very disciplined with their offense and have done a pretty good job of getting back on defense. In fact, the Cats have outscored Michigan in fast break points 5-0. So they're getting back. They're playing tough, making good basketball decisions to have this 8-point lead against Michigan with 3:14 remaining in the half.
All right, Cats will have to inbound from deep in the left corner, and Mara will come out and guard West, who's inbounding with 15 on the shot clock, right in front of the Michigan bench, the end of the bench. And West looking, feeds a bounce pass deflected out by McKenny, intended for Cherubino. Now we're 1 second, but now a little better spot to inbound it, right, Billy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right in front of Dusty May.
Yeah, Michigan has such good perimeter defense that those bounce passes have to be laser focused.
I should say May's chair. He is actually several feet away. And Martinelli will inbound it to Page just inside the midcourt line. Cats go to work. Mara comes away from the basket to guard Page. And off to Martinelli. Shot clock at 6. West right corner with 5 with 4. Back to Martinelli. Going to have to put it up. He lobs one for Page over the rim. Out of bounds. Michigan ball. Shot clock violation.
That was just the 5th turnover for the Cats here in the first half. And Martinelli trying to get the ball up to Page, but he was held off away from the ball by Mara. Again, good interior defense by the Wolverines.
For the Wildcats, Clayton in for Reed. Here's Johnson to Kaysen, gets it to Mara, high post. Page puts up a hand to deny him. Now Morez Johnson Jr., right wing, into the paint. Runner up, won't go, tipped up and in. Oh, by Mara. It looked like it was borderline goaltend. But
yeah.
Here's Clayton bringing it across the midcourt line as Michigan's cut it to 6. They cut that 12-point lead in half. 2:20 to go in the half. 37-31. Here's Page driving on Mara. Feeds it out to West. Johnson on him. Lobs one to Clayton. Left corner, 3. Good! Jordan Clayton catch and shoot 3 from the left corner. Back to a 9-point lead, 40-31. Now at the other end, here's McKenny. Hooks a pass, left corner. to Johnson, around to Cadeau for three, and it's good. His third here of the first half.
Well, you said he's a 40% shooter, and he shot that one without hesitation with a tremendous amount of confidence.
Not tonight. He's 3 of 4 from three, 75%. But the Wildcats have hit 5 threes, 5 of 11. There's West directing traffic. Lobbing one high for Martinelli. Feeds a bounce back inside to save the ball. But he saves it to Kaysen, who stops top of the three-point line, gets it underneath Johnson. He missed it. Tipped around and controlled by Clayton.
What a block by Page once again.
Now Shervino to West. Up to Page, driving to the basket, spins to his left, jumper, good! 42-34.
And the pump fake is what set that move up for Page. He's got to do that more instead of settling for the outside shot.
Now Michigan throws it away. Cadeau, I don't know where he was going with that. He threw it towards Skokie, and it's 42-34, Northwestern ball, final minute, first half.
Really uncharacteristic turnovers for Cadeau, who's had 14 assists in the last couple games with 0 turnovers.
Reed back in for the Wildcats, passes out of a double team to Martinelli to bring it across the midcourt line where he's picked up by Cadeau. 29-second differential shot clock to game clock. Here's Martinelli working hard to get to the left baseline. Spins to his left. Floater, no good. He got fouled.
And I love the fact that Martinelli recognizes the mismatch, continues to handle the ball, extricates himself from the double team, and gets the shot off on Cadeau.
Cadeau with his first foul, 7th team foul. 2 shots for Nick Martinelli. And Nick tonight with 9 points here in the first half. 3 for 3 from the line. Free throw good. There's Clayton in for the Cats, replacing Reed. Another free throw attempt coming here for Nick to try to put the Cats up double figures here in the final minute of the first half. He does. Shervino checks in. Martinelli comes out. 44-34 Northwestern, 40.9, just about an 11-second differential. Left corner, Lendeborg, jump pass into Mara against Page, drop step, relocates, missed the layup, and a foul of the rebound. Boy, it looked like the Cats got away cleanly. Jordan Clayton.
Yeah, clearing Kaysen out. Trying to keep him away from the offensive glass on that last possession.
So Kaysen to the free throw line where he missed his only attempt. 1-1 here.
Kaysen is a really physical defensive player in spite of his frame at 6'2".
Ronnie Gale in for Cadeau for Michigan. For the Wildcats, Singleton, Page, Reed, West, and Martinelli back in. 28.9. 1-1 here. Free throw good for Kaysen. Kaysen originally signed with Florida Atlantic. Coach Dusty Bay's former school. Then opted to join him in Ann Arbor. Second free throw for Kaysen. That one's no good. Rebound Martinelli, 28 seconds to go. No shot clock. West will bring it up. Cats up by 9. Here is West with 18, with 17. Cats can hold for the final shot. Kaysen eyeing the ball. West securing it. Gets a screen from Martinelli, picked up by Lendeborg. Got to Martinelli. 3 ball, no good. Rebound Lendeborg, 4 seconds. 3, 2, spinning. Gets it to McKinney. 3, good if it goes, no good. And how about this? The Wildcats take a 9-point lead to the locker room over the number 2 team in the country. 44-35. Northwestern leading Michigan here at halftime. The Wildcats led by Jaden Reed with 12 points, Nick Martinelli with 11, and holding the Wolverines to 35% shooting. And we are joined by assistant coach Brian James. Well, very strong first half here. Your thoughts on how your guys played?
Well, yesterday and today, Chris Collins emphasized that this is the game where you have to play for 40 minutes, and especially the first 8 to set the tone. And we've done that. You got to play with, he said, play with joy, play with confidence, and above all, be very competitive. You got to get them off the boards. Offensive rebounding, they're tremendous at. They're number 1 in the league, in the country in 2-point field goal defense. So, we have to drive and kick. We try to contest at the rim, shoot layups, and they block those back at us. So, but we're playing very, very well. J.R. Reed got us off to a great start, 8 points in the first 5 minutes or 4 minutes. Then he picked up his second foul. So, Cadeau's playing great for them, and their press, Diamond Press, has given us some 1-2-2, 1-2-1-1 press has given us some problems.
Coach, how do you feel about the pace of the game, given that the fact that this team scores 91 points a game?
Well, one of our number one keys is after made field goals, they're just as fast as on misses. You can't celebrate after scores. And, they throw that ball ahead without dribbling it, and they're crossing the half-court line in about 2 seconds. So we have to continually get back and make them run half-court offense, and they're so big, so good at the rim. So, you just got to play as hard as you can and let the chips fall where they may at the end.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
That's Wildcat assistant Brian James. Halftime, Northwestern 44, Michigan 35. Stay with us. We'll be right back with the halftime show brought to you by the Village Bedford Park. Bring your business home. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Allegra is a full-service marketing company providing customized marketing, printing, mailing, and signage solutions to meet your business goals. Allegra offers a wide variety of creative solutions that are tailored to each business's unique challenges, from printing services and custom signs to mailing services and promotional marketing. Call Allegra in Evanston at 847-864-9797 or visit AllegraEvanston.com to learn more. Every game starts with teamwork, and at Goodwill, we believe in the same thing. When you shop secondhand, you're helping create jobs, strengthen communities, and give every item a second chance to shine. From game day looks to sustainable style, your next win starts at Goodwill. Visit GoodwillGreaterMC.org to find your nearest store. Goodwill, style with purpose, built for Wildcats.
It's Wildcat basketball halftime. Northwestern basketball is presented by Wintrust, Chicago's bank and official bank of Northwestern Athletics. Northwestern Medicine, proudly leading the way towards better health care. Athletico, physical therapy partner of Northwestern Athletics. SeatGeek, official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of Northwestern Athletics. And Odyssey Brands Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese, preferred Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese of Northwestern Athletics. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
Time for the Northwestern basketball halftime show presented by the Village Bedford Park. Bring your business home. Dave Ennett, Billy McKinney. It's sold out. Welsh Ryan Arena, 44-35. Northwestern leading second-ranked Michigan here at the half. Billy, one of the Wildcats' best halves of the season, but now let me just offer up a dose of reality. Michigan has only trailed at halftime 4 times this season. They've won all 4 of those games.
Yeah, that's why they come into this ball game 22-1, right, Dave. But the Cats have played one well of a first half. They've done what they needed to do on the glass. They've competed with Michigan, who's outsized them 21-17. They've given up 11 offensive rebounds, good for 13 second chance points. Cats have done, and they've shot the ball. The Cats have shot the ball extremely well and just continued to play hard and not let Michigan get on those big runs. And now that's going to be crucial for the Cats as they come out here to start the second half, that they not allow this high-octane Michigan offense to get going on a run. They've got to keep this confidence, not become complacent, which I know they can't afford to do that. Come out and play with the same effort and energy that they did to start this ball game.
Wildcats have 2 players in double figures, led by Jaden Reed with 12 off the bench. Perfect 5 for 5 shooting. Nick Martinelli 3 for 10 shooting, but has 11 points and 6 rebounds. Nobody in double figures for Michigan. Cadeau, their leading scorer, with 9. How would you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? Go to syncmygame.com. Syncmygame.com to find out how. Mark Carmen has more of our Village Bedford Park halftime show in a moment. As Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Ozinga is a fourth-generation family-owned American business that provides quality bulk materials and diverse concrete solutions delivered where you need it, when you need it. With the help of our extensive network of transportation services, including truck, rail, barge, and ship terminals across the Midwest, Ozinga makes a positive impact on individuals, their families, and the community for generations by providing concrete, aggregates, and cement that help build a better future. For more information, visit ozinga.com. Hey, Wildcat fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley-Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Northwestern basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Northwestern Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats! SeatGeek.
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations, grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion, from romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles, offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Northwestern University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
First half of basketball in the books. Northwestern leading Michigan 44-35. Mark Carmen at Welsh Ryan Arena. The out-of-town scores are proudly sponsored by Explore Minnesota. Score a lifetime of memories by planning your dream trip at exploreminnesota.com. A couple of games in the Big Ten have gone final. Maryland wins their second straight. They get Iowa at home, 77-70. Ohio State picks up a win, beating USC and Columbus 89-82. Penn State and Washington coming up a little bit later tonight. Couple of local games. Bowling Green leading Northern Illinois midway through the second half, 63-40. DePaul and Creighton all tied up at 31 late in the first half. Cats up by 9. Couple of questions with Billy McKinney when we come on back. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries. We see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at athletico.com. Physical therapy partner of the Northwestern Wildcats.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
Always remember this. Linebacker, weeknights 7 to 10. Now back to Wildcats basketball.
Big-time luminaries in the building tonight. Lou Manfredini in here with his wife, Mary Beth, saying hi to the scorers table before the game. And, of course, Billy McKinney always here, the greatest Wildcat of all time. Cats up by 9. I want to go back to the start of the game. It's 5-0. Michigan's up, and you kind of feel the energy just immediately drop. And then Nick Martinelli gets fouled, gets a bucket, and he's very vocal. And I'm thinking, oh, man, well, there's a senior who's ready to compete, and I think it lifted everybody up.
Well, absolutely, and he's done that all season. He's done that since he's been on the floor, and the players have to follow his energy. And tonight, Jaden Reed has done just that. He had a terrific first half, coming out and knocking down shots, handling the press, and that kind of energy and emotion and that passion can be infectious, and that's what you have to have in games like these.
I'm glad you brought him up because, he's not the biggest guy out there. In fact, he's the smallest guy out there, but he plays with maybe the most confidence at times. That energy, and they need it. The Cats need somebody who can get his own shot off the bounce, and he can do it.
Exactly, and what he does when Chris went to this lineup, Coach Collins went to the lineup of having Reed and West in there. Both of those players can knock down shots and create shots for other people, so it makes it difficult for teams to double. When they do, they pay for the rotations either by West or Reed or Martinelli getting a shot.
I think West gets some good experience tonight, too, against this pressing, long Michigan team. Last one for you, Billy. Angelo Cheravino, great energy, a lot of loose balls, athletic out there. I thought he's had an impact, even though he hasn't scored.
Yeah, he certainly has. You can look at some of the rebounds that he's kept alive, along with Trace Singleton, who had 7 points and had 4 rebounds, 3 on the offensive end. They need this kind of energy for the remaining 20 minutes of the second half if they're going to hope to pull this game off and win it.
To Page with some big shots, too. All right, second half coming up with Billy and Dave. Cats up by 9, 44-35. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnick's.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us. Abbott in the Big Ten, 18 schools, one blood drive competition with a life-saving purpose. We give blood. This season, your one donation helped save up to 3 lives. And together, we saved over 200,000. But the need for blood never stops. So keep your sleeves rolled up. Keep giving blood. Keep saving lives. Visit big10.org/Abbott to donate.
News, weather, and traffic from the copter. It's a 3-pointer in the morning, Siraj, 6 till 10 on your home for Wildcat basketball.
Getting set for the second half here at Welsh Ryan Arena with Northwestern leading second-ranked Michigan 44-35. Here's how the scoring went in the first half. For the Wildcats, Jaden Reed leads all scorers with 12 points off the bench. 11 points for Nick Martinelli. 7 for Arrington Page, 7 for Trey Singleton, 3 points for Jordan Clayton, 2 for Angelo Cheravino. The Wildcats shot 52% in the first half, 16 of 31, 42%, 5 of 12 from beyond the arc. They were perfect, 7 for 7 from the free throw line. They were out-rebounded, 21-17. The Wildcats 9 assists, 6 turnovers, 4 blocks, and 2 steals. For Michigan, leading scorer Elliot Cadeau with 9, 8 for Yaxel Lendeboer. 5 points for L.J. Kaysen, 4 each for Morez Johnson Jr. and Adai Mara. 3 points for Namari Burnett, 2 for Trey McKinney. Michigan shot 35%, 14 of 40, 4 of 17, 23% from 3, 3 for 5, 60% for the free throw line. They had 10 assists, 7 turnovers, 3 blocks, and 4 steals. Those are your energizing highlights of the first half, powered by Constellation. To learn more, visit constellation.com/energy. Constellation, the preferred energy provider for Northwestern University athletics. Tonight's game sponsor is the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home, and this has been the Northwestern Basketball Halftime Show presented by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home. This deficit for Michigan, a 9-point halftime deficit, their largest halftime deficit of the year. It's only the 5th time they have trailed at halftime. And how about this, Billy? In that game in 1977, when you guys beat the Wolverines here when they were ranked 2nd, the halftime score was 46-39. The Wolverines went up, fell behind by 13 and cut it to 2 before you guys held on for the victory.
And I can remember Arrington Page was going after a loose ball across from the Michigan bench, and I can remember a play when there was a long rebound, and I tracked it down out of bounds darn near and threw it back in, and it staved off a Michigan rally. And the Cats just have to keep that kind of hustle up here, because Michigan, you can guarantee, bet your sweet bippy, Dave, they're going to come out here, put some more pressure on the Cats, try to cut into this lead and get into the Cats' mind here and make them wonder if they can hold on for this win.
Well, there's a saying I haven't heard in about 40 years.
Sweet bippy?
Yeah. Well, I know where it came from. I just haven't heard anybody use it in a long time. All right, here we go. Nick Martinelli will inbound right in front of us. Tyler Groff, Jake West, Jade Reed, Trey Singleton out there. Burnett, Cadeau, Mara, Johnson, and Lendeborg for the Wolverines. Wonder what their locker room was like at halftime.
I can bet it was full of fire from Coach May. And, you know, sometimes you come into these games, as Coach Collins like to call them, trap games.
Yep.
You come in a little complacent, think, oh, this team just won 2 games in the Big Ten. We don't have to put out our best effort. Maybe they'll just go away early.
Well, they're thinking they win this game and beat UCLA at home, and they're number 1 next week when they go to Purdue. All right, the Cats inbound the ball, going right to left. Here's Jake West. Hand off to Singleton. Cats working around the perimeter. Prop hands to Reed, circling to the right. Pulls up from 15, airballs it, and it's rebounded by Lendeborg.
Yeah, partially blocked by Cadeau there.
Now in the right corner, Burnett fakes the 3, doesn't take it, can't get a shot up, goes back outside to Mara behind the 3-point line. Mara behind the back pass is intercepted by Kropp. Cats have a 2-on-1. West has his shot blocked. That's going to be a goaltend. As Lendeborg blocked it, and the Cats extend the lead, 46-35.
Again, Michigan giving the ball out on the floor to Mara. Cats putting pressure on him. Kropp forcing the turnover and then making the pass for the score for the Cats on the goaltend call.
Opening minute, second half, Cats by 11. Here's Cadeau. He's got 3 threes. That's to Mara. And out to the left, a 3 is no good. Rebound volleyballed around, and the Cats come away with it. Kropp picks it up as Burnett missed at the other end. Here's Martinelli shoveling to Kropp for a baby hook, and it's good. And the Wildcats have their largest lead and Michigan's largest deficit of the year, now 13 points, 48-35. How about Tyler Kropp here in the opening moments of the second half? Lendeborg, a 3, it's no good. Back tapped out of there, though, to Cadeau, and now Burnett, a jab step. He'll take a 3 over West, and it's good.
Boy, a deep 3 by Amari Burnett.
It's his second of the game. 48-38, Cats by 10, 18-20 to go in the game. Reed angles right towards the Wildcat bench, directing traffic. Pounds the dribble. He's got Lendeborg on him. Now goes to the right to West. Now low right, Martinelli. Shot clock at 8. Martinelli against Cadeau. Put up a jumper. No good. Rebound swatted by Kropp, and he missed it. Johnson the rebound. And Michigan brings it down. Cadeau, they got that big 3 from Burnett last time now. Burnett's got it again. Burnett driving now. Inside shoots around Crop. Missed it. Back tap by Singleton. And Martinelli, sweet move behind the back, takes it to the rim. It was blocked by Johnson. No goaltending call. Rebound to Doe. And his pass too high at the other end. Here's Martinelli for a dunk from West. 50-38.
Cats continue with their hustle and defensive pressure there, and then scoring in transition.
Cano feeding Morrow on the pick and roll. His layup good and a foul.
And the big fella says, I can finger roll like George Gervin.
Singleton picks up his second foul. First foul of the half. Cats leading by 12. Lindeborg.
Man, what a great play by Lindeborg on the block. I mean, just hustling and not giving up gives you an indication of why this team has the record they have.
Now, Mara at the line, he's a 49% free throw shooter. The free throw is good. The and one, and it cuts the lead to 10. Mara's got 7 points. Averages over 11 a game. Again, some full court pressure here. Reed to Martinelli, hustles it up towards midcourt, stops, threads the needle with a pass to Singleton. The Cats break the pressure. 18 on the shot clock here as Reed gets a screen from Martinelli. Reed now picked up by Lindeborg. Lobbing one for Nick at the elbow. Martinelli against Gale. Sends a skip pass to West. Driving in. Bounces weak side. Singleton. Layup good. And one. Jake West. Freshman to freshman. Started with Martinelli. Went to Singleton and then to West. Cats are up 11 with Singleton at the free throw line. The foul on Gale, his second.
Cats moving the ball well against the switching Michigan defense, and then the dribble drive penetration again by West, crucial to giving an open look to Trey Singleton.
Singleton, free throw no good. And the rebound, Lindeborg. First miss for the Cats tonight. Singleton's got 9. Cats are up 11. 16:40 to go. 52-41. You know a run's going to come at some point. Here's a skip and a quick release on a three-pointer. No good, and a foul on the Wildcats on the rebound.
Morez Johnson Jr. involved on the weak side. Cats trying to keep him away from the offensive glass, where Michigan has 11 offensive rebounds.
West, the foul. Page in for Crop. Michigan ball. Here's Cano, lost the handle on it, picks it back up, and now he's stripped of the ball by Reed. It's saved by Burnett, and off to Johnson, 5 to shoot. And a 3 by Lindeborg, no good. Rebound, tipped up, no, and Martinelli's got it. Off to Reed, lobbing one for Page, too far for him, out of bounds. Michigan ball.
Page looked like he might have hurt his wrist there, but he's up and at it. The Cats trying to strike in transition.
52-41, Northwestern, 16 minutes to go. Here at Welsh Ryan Arena. Cadeau, here's a steal by West, ahead of the pack. Burnett chasing, layup good. 54-41. Northwestern, 15:46 to go.
Jake West overplaying the passing lane, knocking it away, and then coming up with the score. Listen to the crowd, Dave.
Timeout, Michigan. With 15:42 remaining, the Wolverines facing the largest deficit they have faced all season. It's Northwestern 54, Michigan 41, 15:42 to go. Second half. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese are produced with 4 generations of our family's expertise and commitment. We start with the best dairy farms providing high-quality milk so you can feel good about what you feed your family. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, now available at your local grocer. Give your loved ones, friends, and colleagues a gift they'll be sure to make use of. Mouth-watering steaks from the Lynn's Shop. You can choose from an array of aged USDA prime steaks, roast seafood, and more. If you know someone who loves a good steak, why not treat them to some quality beef from Lynn's that will fill their stomach and their heart? Give the gift of premium beef at thelynnshop.com and use code GOCATS for 20% off. Brought to you by Meats by Lynn's, the preferred partner of legendary steakhouses worldwide since 1963. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese are produced with 4 generations of our family's expertise and commitment. We start with the best dairy farms providing high-quality milk so you can feel good about what you feed your family. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, now available at your local grocer.
It's Bob Surratt and the morning crew, 6 till 10 a.m. on your home for Big Ten basketball.
Chicagoland for premium apparel and promotional products. Look no further than IAS Branding, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, the industry standard in corporate athletic event merchandise. IAS Branding is your one-stop solution to bring your brand to life. Visit IASbranding.com to learn more. 10 seconds for station identification. This is Northwestern Wildcat basketball.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500. On air and on smart devices worldwide.
Wildcat fans, Game Day Spirit has you covered in store, online for the best Northwestern Game Day essentials. Shop top brands like Under Armour, Champion, and Tommy Bahama, all at the official fan store of the Wildcats. Shop in-store at 1807 Central in Evanston or online 24/7 at shop.nusports.com. Game Day Spirit, where Wildcat fans shop. 54-41. The Wildcats leading here, shooting 56% here in the second half, 5 of 9. Michigan is just 2 of 9 since halftime, 22%. Page, Martinelli, Reed, West, and Singleton for the Wildcats. Cadeau, Johnson, Burnett, Lindeborg, and Gale for Michigan. Gale will inbound near the scorer's table right across from us. Inbounds to Lindeborg, and Michigan goes to work left to right. Here's Lindeborg against Martinelli. Sends it back outside to Cadeau. Gives it off to Lindeborg. Going inside, intended for Gale, and a foul on Singleton.
Yeah,
tried to deny the pass.
Yeah, playing center field back there. Yeah, just a collision there in the paint.
That's 3 on Trey. We get another timeout here. World-renowned theater, touring Broadway shows, small avant-garde stages. Minnesota has some of the best live theater in the country. Get information on live performances and places to stay. It's showtime in Minnesota. Learn more at exploreminnesota.com. Northwestern leads Michigan 54-41, 15:29 to go. Second half is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield. 720 WGN.
At Guzman y Gomez, we are fast food athletes say yes to. As a proud sponsor of Northwestern Athletics, GYG is serving up real clean burritos, bowls, nachos, and more. Made fresh daily right here in Evanston and across Chicagoland. Stop by our restaurants in Naperville, Schaumburg, Crystal Lake, Buffalo Grove, Deerfield, Des Plaines, and of course, Evanston. GYG is here to fuel the community, whether it's dining in our restaurant, ordering through our GoMax app, or even catering with delicious food that's fast, fresh, and full of good vibes. Guzman y Gomez. Fast food athletes say yes to.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by Apple.
End your day with me, John Landecker, 7 to 10. Back to Northwestern basketball.
The Wildcats have outscored the Wolverines 10-6 here in the opening 4.5 minutes of the second half. And Billy, I'll look back at those games last night. 2 tremendous games. Nebraska, Purdue, and Illinois and Wisconsin. Both games ended up in overtime. Both games featured big comebacks And you just know that this was a long way from being over. But the Wildcats have played well for, well, you're looking at 30 minutes plus, just about almost to 30 minutes.
And Dave, one of the things that we talked about as we came back for the half was talking about the first 5 minutes and knowing that Michigan was going to make a push at some point in the first 5 minutes or throughout the course of the half. Cats have maintained their intensity here. And this Michigan team, of course, seems like they're unflappable here. But they've got to start generating some of that energy if they want to make a comeback. But the Cats continuing to keep the pressure on them with solid play.
Key number here, Billy, turnovers. Michigan has 2 here in the opening 4.5 minutes of the second half. It's Michigan ball. Cadeau to trigger, baseline right. Reed guarding. Cadeau lobs it. Lendeborg one hands it right corner with Martinelli on him. And now help from Reed. Tries to knock the ball away. Gets it to Burnett. Back to Cadeau against Reed. Shot clock at 10. Will rise up with a 3. It's no good. Rebound in a crowd. Johnson is fouled.
Yeah, another offensive rebound. Michigan going into that, coming out of the timeout, had 14 offensive rebounds out of their 29. And Reed doing a nice job of Cadeau forcing the outside jump shot as the shot clock was winding down. But Cherubino with the foul.
First on Angelo, 4th team foul. And now Kaysen will inbound for Michigan. McKenney checks in. Inbounds pass goes to Johnson, hands it back to Kaysen. Gets into the paint. Wants to bounce it inside. Gale has it low on the left against Cherubino. Burrows into him. Cherubino blocks the shot. Under the arms of Page. Cats the other way. No look feed. Martinelli close range. In and out. Rebound Page. Saves it out to West. That's going to reset here. And that's exactly what West wants. Gets a screen from Martinelli. Bounces to Nick at the top with 8 to shoot. Against Gale. Spins to his left. Floater. In and out. Rebound Page again. Double clutch. Put it up. Scores! 2 big offensive rebounds. Arrington Page, Cats up 15, 56-41. And now at the other end, a foul's going to be called. The drive on the baseline. And I think they got Nick Martinelli for the foul. But how about Arrington Page in that effort?
Well, great effort. And we talked about, Dave, the importance of everyone contributing tonight. And Arrington Page has made some tremendous plays here.
Meantime, the foul will send Ronnie Gale to the free throw line for Michigan, 75% free throw shooter. First one up, no good.
Justice.
Another one coming here for Gale. It's a 15-point Northwestern lead. Largest deficit the Wolverines have faced all season. 14:29 showing on the clock. Second free throw attempt by Gale. That one's good. So the lead down to 14 points with 14:29 remaining. Of course, if the Cats keep scoring, all the way down, Cherubino runner banks it in, high off the window. 58-42, a 16-point lead.
Aggressive move by Cherubino, beating the press by himself off the bounce and getting the layup.
There's Johnson directing traffic now right of the lane. Flips it to Lendeborg. Cut off by Page, gets under the basket. His pass to Johnson, whose layup is no good, but there's a Northwestern foul. And I think this is going to be the game plan the rest of the way here, is get the ball inside. Cats are starting to get into some foul trouble. That foul, the second on Martinelli.
Well, and you talk about getting the ball in the paint. Our last box score showed that the Cats in Michigan tied with 20 points in the paint. So the Cats are keeping competitive.
Johnson at the line for 2. First one, good. Johnson, 80% free throw shooter. Here is Reed in for West for the Wildcats. Another free throw attempt here from Morez Johnson Jr. Takes a deep breath, eyes the rim, palming the ball in his left hand. Very deliberate here. Second free throw up, and that one is no good. Rebound, Cherubino.
Boy, Cherubino with justice.
Thank you. especially for him to get that rebound. Here's Page behind the three-point line. Arrington Page driving in the paint, spins to his right, jumper, no, off the front of the rim. Rebound Lindemore.
Yeah,
58-43.
Good shot by Page.
Here's Kaysen. Hesitation, drops it off to Gale for the dunk. Driving the left baseline.
Oops. Looked like Sheravino was going to block that, but Roddy Gale Jr. says, you have just been posterized.
58-45, the lead, 13-23 to go. Here's Reed out in front. Picked up by Lendeborg on the switch. Gives it off to Martinelli right of the circle. Hands to Clayton, who's checked back for the Cats. Now back to Reed. Shot clock at 6. Jaden Reed out to Martinelli for 3. No, and the rebound Gale. Roddy Gale down the middle for Michigan. Off to McKinney. Low on the left side. There's Morez Johnson. Spins to his left. Lays it in. And the lead cut to 11. 58-47. Just the second made field goal of the last 8 for the Wolverines. Timeout Northwestern with 12:41 to go.
Good timeout by Chris Collins there as Michigan trying to gain some momentum here.
So the Wildcats will gather. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Wildcats fans, score a basket for your taste buds on game days with Odyssey Brands Greek yogurt and feta cheese made by 4 generations of master cheesemakers and available at your local grocer. Wildcats have led by as many as 16. Michigan's largest lead was 5 points, and that was early, 5-0. And then the Wildcats hit them with an 8-0 run. Right now, the lead 11 for the Wildcats, 58-47. Sheravino, Clayton, Reed, Page, and Martinelli for the Cats.
Well, again, with a team like Michigan coming in ranked number 2, you know there's going to be some runs. The Cats have limited the runs here this evening. They've gotten some good shots the last couple of offensive possessions, couldn't get them to go down, and now they need to score here coming out of this timeout.
All right, Reed's got it off the inbounds pass for Martinelli at the Northwestern logo. Reed looks for Clayton high on the left side. Back up top to Page. Mara out to guard him. Gives it to Reed. Shot clock at 12. Reed driving. Tough shot on the baseline. No good. A foul called. And Reed will go to the free throw line.
I was going to say, whether they score, they need to make something positive happen. And that time, Jaden Reed with the dribble drive penetration, creating a contact and getting to the charity stripe.
And the third foul on Roddy Gale. Second team foul. Jaden Reed, among the regulars, leads the Cats in free throw percentage, 83%. 16th of the Big Ten. Free throw up and good. Another one here for Jaden, who had his career high against Illinois. Another one of the Big Ten's leaders. 28 in that game, and he's having a fine game here. 13 points. Make it 14 and make it 60-47 Northwestern with 12:24 to go. Cats by 13. There's Kaysen. Out of the game for Michigan, picked up by Reed. Now driving to the basket, puts up a runner and rattles around it in. 60-49.
A design play, and as Mara comes over again, he screens Page away from the ball to prevent him from providing defensive help.
There's Page at the top. Hard bounce is kicked unintentionally by Mara, but it deflected off his knee and out of bounds. It will be Northwestern ball when we come back. Barbasol Shaving Cream delivers a quality shave at an honest value for over 100 years. Barbasol is America's #1 shaving cream. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. It's Northwestern 60, Michigan 49, 11:56 remaining second half. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield of 720 WGN.
Experience the best of downtown Evanston when you stay at the Hilton Orrington. The newly renovated hotel features all new guest rooms and suites. This season, score sensational offers close to Northwestern events with seasonal packages and accommodations suited for families, graduates, and sports fans, including unique corner quad accommodations featuring 4 connecting guest rooms and a private corridor. When you want to be in the center of game day action, it matters where you stay. stay. Hilton for the stay. Visit hilton.com/Orrington Evanston to learn more.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
The only morning show with helicopter traffic reports. Bob Surratt, 6 to 10 on your home for Big Ten basketball.
Don't forget, we'll be back with you Saturday afternoon. The Wildcats going up against another one of the Big Ten's top teams, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, who have fallen on a little bit of hard times lately, and of course lost that overtime game last night after a valiant comeback, falling to the Purdue Boilermakers. That will be a noon start Central Time in Lincoln, Nebraska. We'll be on the air from the Pinnacle Bank Arena beginning at 11:45 a.m. Saturday. And then the Caps will play 3 of the next 4 here at home to wrap up the home schedule. Maryland, Oregon, and Purdue. And this feels more like it's felt here at Welsh Ryan Arena in recent years than perhaps a few of our other games, including that Washington game a week ago Saturday.
One thing that we've seen with this team, and Coach Collins talked about this in the pregame show, is in spite of what's happening this year from a record standpoint, this team is continuing to compete. And as a coach, that's all you want to see. You know, and adversity teaches you a lot. And when you lose, it's a form of adversity. And these players, I give them a lot of credit for not checking out, because it's very easy to do so, but they haven't. And right now they have a chance to make something very special happen this evening.
Reed has to inbound around Adai Mara. No small task. Heaves it over the shoulder catch made by Martinelli out between the rings. Now gives it back to Reed. Left point. Moves right, picked up by Kaysen on the switch. Jaden Reed will rise up with a 3. It's no good. And the rebound out of bounds to the Wildcats. Last touch by Michigan.
Yeah, and Tyler Kropp and Martinelli battling on the offensive glass. A good shot by Jaden Reed, nonetheless, didn't go down. The Cats now have a fresh 20 on the clock.
He had made his first 2 threes tonight. Kropp in, Martinelli. The bounce pass will go to Clayton, and he'll bring it around to the top. Back to Reed, right wing. Jaden Reed with 12 to shoot. He's got Mara on him. He'll take a step back jumper. No good. Rebound Johnson.
He had the big fella on roller skates, but couldn't finish the shot.
Lindeborg to McKenney on the left wing. Working against Clayton. Spins to his left. Puts up a jumper. It is no good. And a foul called on Kropp on the rebound. Or check that. What did they call it on? Let's see. Oh, it was Mara was called for the foul.
Yeah.
It looked like a foul on Mara, but just the way everybody reacted, I thought it was a Northwestern foul.
Yeah, it looked like Kropp, but Kropp did a terrific job, as we talked about. Given his reach and size, you've got to push him away from the basket, and Kropp did that. They're discussing it here, so hope there's no change. There's not a change in the call.
So the officials over talking to Chris Collins. 60-49 Northwestern, 11:17 on the clock. They are going to go to the monitor. So we get our second video review of the game. This close shave instant.
Great looking hole.
Did you catch that, Billy? Did we get that? This close shave instant replay is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels? Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave. Choose Barbasol, quality shave and trusted value.
I thought they were going to call the foul on Tyler Kropp as he was blocking out Mara. But again, you've got to put a body on him and push him outside of the restricted area because of his reach and his size.
Ryan Dorsey, Vern Harris, Earl Walton are officials at the monitor. And the two teams use this opportunity to huddle up. Northwestern has an 11-point lead. Now the officials step away from the monitor and they have a huddle of their own. And we'll see if we can pick up the announcement. Michigan. Here comes the call. Just not. Got faked out a little bit there.
Psych. Haven't heard that in a while either, I'm sure.
Here comes the call, I think. We'll find out what this is. Okay, here it is.
Upon review, the call has been reversed. It's a flagrant foul, hook and roll on one white. As a result, 15 blue will shoot 2 free throws and possess the ball at the line for 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Okay, so our initial instinct was correct. The foul was on Tyler Kropp. That'll be his third. And Guy Morrow will go to the free throw line. A flagrant.
A flagrant.
Flagrant. Okay, I missed that in the announcement. Samara at the line. Free throw rims out.
Justice.
Michigan will. Second free throw attempt by Morrow. He missed them both.
Double justice. Now the Cats need to come up with a stop. Those kind of calls can be pivotal in a game like this, Dave.
No doubt. So if Michigan keeps the ball, the Cats keep an 11-point lead for the moment as Kaysen inbounds the ball to Lendebourg. Cheravino on him. Gives off to Morrow. Almost lost it. Gives it back to Lendebourg. Driving in. Scooped it up. And it rattles around.
How about an offensive foul there? He just plows through Cheravino there.
Lead down to single digits. 9 points. 60-51. We tick towards the halfway mark. Second half. Northwestern 60, Michigan 51. Here's West against Kaysen. Looks for Clayton at the top with 12 to shoot. Jordan Clayton gets a screen from Kropp. Shot clock at 8. At 7. Here's Martinelli with 5, with 4. Nick against Mara. Long jumper. No. Rebound. Kropp saves it, but it's going to go out of bounds. He made a valiant effort to save that ball, and it trickled out of bounds right in front of us. So it's Michigan ball, 10:33 remaining.
Yeah, and you almost feel as if the momentum is starting to shift here.
Oh, I don't almost feel that.
And the Cats now unable to make shots.
Jordan Clayton exits. Singleton back in with his 3 fouls. Michigan down 9 with the ball. Here's Mara. Fires right corner. An open 3 there is good for McKinney, his first 3-pointer of the game. And now the lead's down to 6 with 10:16 to go. West directing traffic out in front. West now driving left to the lane. He turns it over. Johnson's got it. And to Kaysen. Kaysen missed the shot and he's fouled.
Kaysen just out of control there. And they call Martinelli for the trip. And here again, Jake West, who's played really well here, needed to take that shot. And that's sometimes when you overplay make.
Well, Nick picks up his 3rd foul. And Kaysen to the free throw line where he's 1 for 3. 2 shots here. First one up, good.
This is where a team needs to be incredibly strong from a mental standpoint when the calls start to go against you.
Kropp and Cheravino out. Page and Reed in. Second free throw attempt. Kaysen, good. 4-point game.
As they say, Dave, we've got a ball game.
A 9-0 run for Michigan. The Wildcats scoreless, almost 2.5 minutes, just past the midway point, second half. Mason pressuring West. West driving, gets inside. His shot blocked by Johnson. Picked up by McKinney. Off the case in the lob. The dunk by Johnson. And the lead is down to 2, 60-58. An 11-0 run by the Wolverines. Cats need a score. Here's Martinelli. He drives in and he's fouled. And now Martinelli and Lendeborg have to be separated a little bit. And Lendeborg's shrugging it off. And Chris Collins is furious.
Yeah, Marr looks like he purposely put his elbows right into the face of Martinelli, and Martinelli took exception to that.
Harrington Page yanks Chris Collins away from the officials. But they're going to go to the monitor on this.
Yeah, Nick Martinelli doesn't lose his cool too much, and he can accept. He does accept when a player plays physical, but that one might have been a little bit out of the comfort zone of clean.
Previous foul on 15 blue is under further review for potential flagrant foul.
All right, so they are looking to see if this was, and Billy, just judging by Nick's reaction, there has to have been something there because he's not a guy who's just going to react that way.
Well, not only that, just look at the play itself as he was crumpled and it comes away with his lip bleeding. And there was more contact than probably there needed to be. But we'll let the officials sort this out.
Well, I mentioned the game in 1977. Michigan was down 13, cut it to 2. That's as close as they got. Here, Michigan was down by 15. They've cut it to 2. But let's see if the Wildcats can make sure they don't get any closer.
How crazy is that, Dave, when you talk about the similarities in the game that took place close to
50 years ago?
Yeah,
49 to be exact.
I didn't want to say it.
Upgraded to a flagrant 1 foul. As a result, 2 free throws, possession on the end line with a shot clock remaining at 21 seconds.
Wow. You just got to look at the replay. So Nick Martinelli will go to the free throw line. Big moment in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. And Martinelli, again, he's a guy that keeps his cool and plays with controlled passion.
All right, Nick at the line is 5 for 5. Free throw, good. He's got 14 points in the game. Closing in on a double-double. Second free throw, that one's good. And the Cats are up by 4, and they keep the ball.
I love that young man's spirit. I love his heart. I love his passion. I love his game.
All right, West will inbound, Mara guarding. These have been tricky with Mara guarding the inbounder. Singleton, Page, Martinelli, and Reed, his options. And West looking. He's still looking. Got to get it in, and he does to Page just in time. Here's Page on the right baseline. Turns left-hand jumper. Line drive. Good. Cats make it a 4-point trip down the floor. And they go back up by 6, 64-58 with 9:13 to go. And now under the basket, Payson, they lost him. It had an easy layup.
Big defensive breakdown after a great play by Page to score inside.
And the Cats haven't had many of those, Billy.
They can't afford many more either.
No, 64-60 Northwestern, 8:53 remaining. Here's Singleton. Page calling for it, gets it. Harrington Page, Mara on it. He drives into the paint. Back around to Martinelli, a try 3. It's good! Nick Martinelli knocks down the triple. Cats go up 7, 67-60. Payson tries to answer for 3. He does. His first 3 of the game.
Payson, cold-blooded 3 there after Page, a little inside-outside action with Martinelli. They won't go away.
67-63. You wouldn't expect them to, would you? 8:16 to go. Cats by 4. Here's Jane Reed to Trace Singleton. Up to West. Left corner. 3. No. And the rebound, Payson for Michigan. Wolverines with the ball down 4. High screen set by Mara. Payson driving in and a foul on Singleton.
Yeah, I saw that coming in transition. Singleton takes Payson. And not a good matchup on the perimeter.
Well, we have a timeout here with 7:58 remaining. Attention all Northwestern students and Wildcat fans. Pace Bus now offers quick and stress-free rides. You could use a stress-free ride right now from Evanston to O'Hare Airport for just $2. Google Pace Bus Pulse Dempster for more information. It's Northwestern 67, Michigan 63, 7:58 remaining. It's Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield, 720 WGN.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
Hey, Mom, it's me. Oh my gosh, you'll never believe what I just opened for Valentine's Day. A sapphire ring from Hellsberg, just like the one I lost years ago. Remember how excited I was when you gave it to me? I cannot believe you remembered that story. I guess you were right. I really found the one.
This Valentine's Day, create a moment that means something with up to 40% off gifts at Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Bob Surratt in charge of the station, weekday morning 6 to 10 on your home for Big Ten basketball.
Ozinga's purpose is to make a positive impact in the community, which is why they're the proud sponsor of the Together Building Better promotion. For every point Northwestern men's and women's basketball team scores this season, Ozinga donates $1 to the NU Dance Marathon. Thank you, Ozinga, for your support for this great cause. Go Cats. Let's check other scores quickly from Mark Harbin.
All right, Dave DePaul and Creighton in a good one. The Blue Demons leading 51-50 midway through the second half. Their finals from the Big Ten. Maryland beat Iowa 77-70. Ohio State over USC 89-82. And tipping off at 9:30 tonight, which is 1 minute from now, Washington hosting Penn State.
Northwestern has led for almost 28 minutes. Michigan led for less than 2 minutes. The Wildcats are nursing a 4-point lead, 67-63, 7:58 remaining. The foul on Trey Singleton, his fourth and ninth team foul. And the Wolverines will have a chance here to knock a couple more points off this Northwestern lead. Well, they cut it to 2 once before. The Cats have to make some stops. And after Martinelli hit the three, I thought the three by Kaysen, Billy, was huge for Michigan.
Yeah, he's been important for them off the bench. He scored 14 out of their 22 points off the bench tonight. Cats, on the other hand, getting good productivity out of their bench with 18 points.
Free throw by Kaysen, good. He'll have another. He was 1 for 3 in the first half. He's 3 for 3 in the second half. And this to make it a 2-point game. He got it. 67-65 Northwestern, 7:55 remaining. And the Cats keep their composure here. This game on the line. There's a foul off the ball. Cherubino got fouled.
Cheddar in a wrestling match on the right baseline, right in front of the Cats bench.
Cheddar just came in. That's the 5th team foul on Michigan's. First on Cheddar, 2 points against the Cats in that overtime game a year ago. Here's West, tried to lob it in. It's deflected out by Mara. Trying to get it over Mara's right arm. No small task for Jake West.
And if you do, you've got to lob it up so high. It gives him an opportunity to recover defensively.
All right, West still looking. High lob. Page one-hands it on his outside arm. Now backs his way in on Shetter. Skips it across to West. West feeds it left baseline. Martinelli jumper, no good. And the rebound, McKinney. Leaves it for Kaysen to bring it across the midcourt line. 7.5 to go. A 3 would give Michigan its first lead since early in the game. Here's Kaysen into the paint. Lost the handle on it. It's deflected out. Last touched by Page. It was intended for Mara, the wraparound feed. And Mara couldn't handle it, but Page tried to gather it in, couldn't quite do it. Johnson in for Mara. Looks like he's limping a little bit as he goes over to the bench. 15 on the shot clock here. Kaysen lobs one to Lindeborg, and now Johnson in the high post against Page. Johnson gives it to McKinney. He'll fire a 3. Good. And Michigan has taken the lead. 68-67. 7:10 to go.
Well, the Cats had some opportunities and haven't been able to convert offensively.
Another 8-0 run here for the Wolverines. There's West trying to shake free of Payson. Gives to Martinelli. Hands it back to West. Comes to a sliding stop at the elbow. Now feeds Reed on the left wing. He drives Reed all the way into the basket. His shot rejected out of bounds by Johnson.
Took that one in a couple steps too deep. He had the mid-range jump shot and decided to take it in. And as we've talked about, Michigan has been a good shot blocking team all season.
All right, Mara in for Cheddar. We have had a total of 12 blocks in this game, 6 each side. And West inbounds it to Reed, high on the left with 5, with 4. Reed, pull-up jumper, good! And the Wildcats go back in front, 69-68, 6:35 to go. High lob all the way down. A foul called. Lindeborg got pushed, is going to be the call. Jake West.
And again, Brian James talked about the importance, as we have throughout the broadcast, Dave, about getting back in transition, because this team, whether they make or miss, they're pushing the ball. And that time, Lindeborg had the mismatch on West. They just threw it up high. West was forced to foul.
Lindeborg will have 2. Michigan now in the double bonus. Lindeborg free throw, no good.
Justice.
Lindeborg played a couple of years at Arizona Western Community College, then went to UAB for a couple of years, and now here to Michigan. Lindeborg looking to tie it here with this free throw. He does. 69 all. 6:34 remaining. I wonder how many people thought Northwestern would be in this game with 6.5 minutes to go. Not many in the maize and blue who are here tonight, I guarantee you that. Here's Sheravino to West to bring it across the center circle with 6:25 remaining. Here's West to the right wing. Up top to Page with Mara on him. He drives past Mara and a foul. Nice little hesitation dribble there by Hamilton Page.
Yes. Froze Mara, and Page, who has the ability to do that, was trying to attack the rack.
Third foul on Mara. 6th team foul. West will inbound. High lob, Page the catch. And he was deflected out by Michigan. And now the Cats will inbound at the hash mark. Martinelli feeds it into Sheravino on the right baseline. Back to Nick. 6:12 to go. Northwestern and Michigan tied. Martinelli, long jumper, no good. And the rebound, Morez Johnson outleaps Sheravino. Michigan looks to retake the lead. 6 minutes to go. They go inside to Mara, and his pass deflected out of bounds. Which way? It's
Michigan.
Michigan ball.
I think they called Sheravino for stepping on the line, baseline.
Yep, Cats almost have the steal. Kaysen to trigger, baseline left. High lob, one-handed by Lindeborg. Feeds Mara the high post. Mara going inside to Lindeborg, cutting to the basket, layup. Good. Michigan leads at 71-69. 5:45 to go.
Design play. And Wildcats didn't switch.
Here's Reed. Looks for West wide right. Back it goes to Jaden Reed near the center circle. Driving left, drives past Lendeborg. Cheravino had it, lost it. And then a Northwestern foul on Cheravino with 5:26 showing on the clock. Michigan will go to the line at the other end.
Again, a very difficult pass to make in transition and bullet pass in the paint when there's so much traffic in the paint. We've seen both point guards, Reed and Jake West, do that at crucial times. Have to keep your composure, keep your spacing on the floor.
Second foul on Cheravino. 2 shots for McKinney, who's an 89% foul shooter. First one up, that one is good. Michigan a 3-point lead. Here's Singleton in for Cheravino. Another one coming for Trey McKinney here to try to put Michigan up by 4. A 12-2 run here for the Wolverines. McKinney eyes the rim. Free throw up and good. 73-69 Wolverines. Wildcats at one time had a 13-point lead. It was 60-47. They've only scored 9 points since then. Here's Page handing it off to Reed, circling right. There's the Martinelli return feed for Reed. Drives in, out to West for 3. No good. And the rebound, McKinney. And he almost threw it behind Lendeborg, and he makes a nice one-hand catch. Cats hustle back defensively, and Martinelli deflects the entry pass to Mara out of bounds. 4:55 showing on the clock. 4-point Michigan lead. Here's Kropp in for Page.
And on this last 3 minutes and 37 seconds, a 13-2 run by Michigan, and they made all 7 of their field goals.
Yeah. Well, the layups. A couple of threes, though, in there. McKinney, a couple of them. There's Kaysen on the right side off the handoff from Lendeborg. Kaysen driving. Kaysen lobs one up for Mara for touchdown. And it's 75-69 Michigan, 4:40 to go.
Cats starting to watch this one slip away a little bit here with 4:35 to play.
Timeout, Northwestern. Cats take time. There's a full timeout. We'll pause with 4:33 remaining. For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM Big Ten Radio, channel 372 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app. Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com. Michigan leads Northwestern 75-69, 4:33 remaining. This Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey, Northwestern fans, enjoy a meal at Wildfire, a 1940-style supper club featuring steaks, chops, and seafood. Try one of Wildfire's signature dishes from our all-American menu: horseradish-crusted filet, Wildfire chopped salad, roasted prime rib, and cedar plank salmon. Dine in and take in the smells from the wood-burning oven, or watch our chefs in action at our open kitchen. Lunch, dinner, carry-out, and private parties. Stop by any one of our 5 Chicago-area Wildfire locations. For reservations, visit wildfirerestaurant.com.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
I'm John Williams here weekdays 10 to 2. Now it's back out to Chicago's Big Ten team.
Northwestern ball after the timeout. The Wildcats on the wrong end of a 7-0 run, a 15-2 run. And looking to hang in there, down by 6 here with 4:31 remaining. Jake West wide on the right. West now out to Martinelli. Right baseline, leans in. His shot blocked, but Kropp catches it and lays it in. 75-71. It was deflected, but somehow Kropp able to get it. It didn't block it that strongly, and Kropp able to catch it and score. 75-71. Here's Mara going inside to Johnson for a dunk. Counted and a foul on Martinelli.
Mara with a great pass on the back cut. He can see over the defense, and unless you pressure him and put your body into him, he's going to make those passes. Whereas Johnson Jr. with a terrific catch and finish.
All right, Johnson, the and one here to put Michigan up by 7. Right now, it's their largest lead at 6 points. With 4:04 on the clock. And the free throw is good. 78-71. 4:04 to go. Michigan by 7. Singleton takes the bounce from Martinelli. Leaves it for Reed to bring it up. We're inside of 4 minutes. Cats desperately need a score. Here's Reed looking for Martinelli wide right against Johnson. Shot clock at 10. Martinelli on the baseline, now into the paint. Runner up, no good. Rebound Morrow. 3:35 to go. 78-71 Wolverines. In the corner, they get it into Morrow for a dunk. They had Lindeborg in the corner open. He passed up the open shot. Now Morrow for the dunk. It's 80-71.
Wide open. One of the few bad defensive breakdowns for the Cats here in the second half at a crucial time.
3:10 to go. 9-point Michigan lead. Here's Reed off a Page screen. Step back 3 straight on. Off the front of the rim. It was online. Morrow the rebound. Ahead to Lindeborg. And he throws it down with the right hand. 82-71. Suddenly Michigan's up double figures with 2:50 to go.
Well, again, Jayden Reed with the 3, and Lindeborg just runs out.
There's Reed, the catch, fakes the shot, doesn't take it. West hooks it to Martinelli, shovels to Singleton for 3, it's no good. And the rebound, Johnson. And here comes Michigan looking to add to the lead. The lob to Mara, and Singleton knocks it away out of bounds. Good play by Singleton there to prevent the dunk, but is it too little too late? 2:24 remaining. Michigan has charged back to take an 82-71 lead here over the Wildcats with 2:24 showing on the clock. The Lippman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Lippman has the best tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are family made in the USA. Visit Lippman.com to see our product lineup and for a store locator. Stay with us after the game. Talk to head coach Chris Collins. Recap the scoring for you on our post-game show. Wildcats have been beset by these scoring droughts different times all year. Billy, you and I have talked about it endlessly, it seems like. Had a couple of them on Sunday at Iowa. Obviously, I don't know where you would even start with the Illinois game, but in most of their games, it seems like they've had that dry spell and the other team's been able to take advantage.
Yeah, and I'll give you an example. Over the last 4 minutes and 10 seconds, Michigan has gone on a 14-2 run. They've made 11 out of 12 of their last 11 of 12 of their last field goals catch. Just 1 of 7.
Right.
And that tells the story.
You know, the one field goal the Wildcats have in this 4-minute stretch, that actually was off a blocked shot. And Tyler Kropp was able to get it. Michigan has blocked 7 shots. So have the Wildcats. And that's kind of interesting if you think about it, because Michigan has 3 players with blocks. The Wildcats have, 5 players who have blocked at least 1 shot here tonight. But right now the Cats in some deep trouble, down by 11 with 2:24 remaining.
Yeah, Dave, and it really starts to show up with these Michigan points in the paint where they've outscored the Cats 42-30. And the Michigan bench has been incredibly productive. For Roddy Gale Jr. With 16 points and L.J. Payson with 10 points.
You know, Cadeau kind of carried him in the first half, but it's been Payson here. And, of course, they're big man. I mean, I don't want to.
We've hardly seen Cadeau here in the second half. And Kaysen has been the guy that has led the charge here for the Wolverines. And Cats did a terrific job of defending Michigan, allowing them just 35 points in the first half, but now 47 points in the second, showing why they're such an explosive team.
Well, they have scored at least 80 now for the 20th time this season. 82-71, Michigan ball. They'll take it out on the baseline. Payson to trigger. Looking, gets it into McKinney, left corner. West on him. Now, high on the left side, it goes to Lindeborg. And Mara's got it against Page. Scoops it with one hand to Kaysen. He'll take a three. He missed that one. And the rebound gathered in by Mara for Michigan. And then there's a foul underneath. Singleton tried to knock it away.
And 16th offensive rebound for Michigan. The Cats were pretty much even on the boards in the first half, but now with Cats being out rebounded 43-27.
Page the foul, his second. 2 shots here for Morrow, who is 1 for 3 for the free throw line. Try to extend an 82-71 lead here. 2:01 on the clock. Free throw by Morrow is no good. I think that's just free chicken for the fans. I don't know if they had already locked up that deal. They have now. And another free throw attempt for Michigan. 14-22 from the line. And Mara's second free throw. That one drew iron but went in.
Yeah, but they've made 11 of their last 13 field goal attempts, Dave.
Yeah.
And that's been the story with the Cats going into this drought at an unfortunate time.
Mara out Gale in for Michigan. Minute 56 to go. 83-71 Wolverines. There's Westwood. Open Page. Drives on Johnson. Now going backdoor for Reed. It's deflected out off the Lindeborg. Minute 49 showing on the clock.
Well, the Michigan fans are starting to breathe a little easier as they've been quiet most of the ball game.
Reed inbounds to Page. He'll put up a three. It's no good. The Wildcats 3-point shooting, which was good in the first half, not so much here in the second half. They're just 1 for 11. Minute 30 to go. Payson out front, West on him. Payson now with 12 to shoot. Looks for McKinney for an open three. It's no good. Rebound tipped around. Lindeborg gets it back. Fresh shot clock here for Michigan. And here's Payson. Lobs one up. It's deflected by Page. And then a Michigan foul with a minute 13 to go. And that'll send the Wildcats to the free throw line for a 1-1 at the other end. McKinney, the foul, his second. And Jaden Reed will go to the line for the 1-1 here. With a minute 13 showing on the clock. 83-71 Wolverines.
Yeah, Cats with a valiant effort for about 30 minutes or so. And then the Wolverines started to make shots.
Free throw good for Jaden Reed.
And
He's had a terrific game today.
Yeah, made the Cats pay for every mistake that they made.
Yep. Well, it wasn't really that long ago that this outcome was a little more in doubt, as Jaden will try to cut it to 10 right here. He does. 83-73. Minute 13 showing on the clock. Cats will pressure full court. They trap Lindeborg, and Martinelli rips it away. Gives to Singleton. He goes up. His shot blocked. Reed picks it back up. He goes up and scores. Minute 3 to go. 8-point game. Hawk has continued to move. And now we get a timeout with 57.6 to go, 83-75.
Well, not quite over yet. Cats still with spirited effort defensively.
Well, the point I was going to make, the Wildcats had the lead, Billy, as late as 6 minutes to go in this game. Now we're down to 57.6. So really, Michigan was on their run, but the Cats were able to kind of answer for a while.
Yeah.
But Michigan it just seems like their inside game was just too much for the Wildcats tonight.
Well, absolutely. When you start looking at the rebounding numbers and then the high percentage shots they were able to get in the second half, which allowed them to score much more easily, and then Kaysen getting into the paint on his drives consistently, and the Cats had a couple of defensive breakdowns. And still a little life left in the Cats, but they're going to have to make something spectacular happen here in the next 58 seconds.
Well, they kind of made something spectacular happen just now. It just did a brief sequence. If they can do it again, all of a sudden, you've got some real life as Gale inbounds the ball. McKinney, and he's fouled right away. Fouled
either on Reed or Singleton.
Yeah, it is Singleton. That's it for Trey. He fouls out for the third straight game. Trey fouls out.
9 points and 4 rebounds.
4 rebounds, yeah.
Showed some good signs at certain points of the ball game.
Cherubino back in. McKinney at the line, 2 for 2 from the line. Free throw up and good. Trey McKinney. Well, he's got 11 points in the game, and 9 of those here in the second half, including a pair of triples when they needed them. And the second free throw is good. It's a 10-point game, 56.9 on the clock. Martinelli into West. West across the midcourt line. West accelerates right to the basket. His shot blocked by Johnson. Cherubino, the rebound, goes back up. He missed it. Rebound out of bounds. I believe this will be Northwestern ball, yes. Last touch by, I think, Morez Johnson Jr.
Again, a couple of more blocks for the Michigan Wolverines. Shown why they are 22-1 with the great defense and then their ability to overcome leads.
West to inbound. Feeds it into Martinelli. Driving, cut off, out to West. Up top, Page for 3. No good. Long rebound, tracked down in the corner. Which way? Out of bounds. I don't know which way this went. We're screened out. I think Michigan player down. Here we get a replay, I think. There was a Wolverines player diving. And now getting up, that was McKinney, I guess. We couldn't see who it was. It disappeared down to our left, and he's up and walking off under his own power. And West the foul. So McKinney will go back to the line at the other end with 35.8 remaining.
And McKinney out of Flint, Michigan. We've talked about some of the great talent that's come out of there. Glenn Rice, former Michigan player, Mateen Cleaves, Morris Peterson, Charlie Bell, Trent Tucker, Jeff Grayer, and modern talents Kyle Kuzma, Miles Bridges, Monte Morris, and good list of players that have come out of there.
All right, I think the Cats might be challenging here.
Terry Furlow.
This play has been appealed by Northwestern for a flagrant foul.
So we're going to go to the monitor on this one. We've had, I think this is a season high for video reviews. 3 video reviews. This close shave instant replay is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving.
As a result, Northwestern will be charged a 30-second timeout.
All right, so no flagrant. That's forfeited timeout. Pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave. Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and trusted value. Well, I'll say this, Billy. I think if you look at if you play with this kind of effort and play this well as you did for a long stretch here tonight, then you can be in that game at Nebraska on Saturday. You can beat Maryland here next week. I mean, you can. There's some wins out there perhaps for this team still.
And not being insulting to Nebraska, I would say that Nebraska doesn't have the talent of this Michigan team. And, you know, Chris Collins has said as this team finishes out the regular season here, it's imperative that they continue to play hard and play together.
I would agree with you, but one thing that they do is they make threes. They average 11 made threes a game. And what they have that Michigan doesn't have going, even though they got a lot of Michigan fans here tonight, that is a tough place for visiting teams, Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Yes, it is. Purdue goes in there and has a huge lead last night.
Yep. Kaysen makes the free throw.
And Nebraska ends up losing the game in overtime.
Second free throw by Kaysen. Good. 87-75, 35.8 remaining. West brings it up for the Cats. Jake West to Nick Martinelli. Back to West. Long three. No good. Rebounded by Lindeborg. Shot clock is off. Michigan. Lindeborg will bring it down. They're going to dribble out the clock. Dusty May and Chris Collins already at midcourt exchanging a handshake. A few words as the final seconds wind down here. A valiant effort by the Northwestern Wildcats, but history of 1977 does not repeat tonight, and the Wolverines roll on. It's all over. 87-75. Michigan down by as many as 16 in the second half, comes back to beat the Wildcats 87-75 and improved to 23-1. Stay with us. Our post-game show is coming up. Tonight's broadcast of Northwestern basketball was presented by Wintrust. Chicago